It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The tight end going in motion right. First play is to the air. He's taking a shot on his first play. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you'd really break the backs of the defense.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Winston. There's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back to the pick 6. Now Bullock for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Back to the air following the pick 6. Buys time, rolling right. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Winston. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. They bring a tight end in motion right. To throw, here's Winston. Has him on the quick hitter. And they make the tackle at the 38.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Second down carry for Jones. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for third down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Third down, here's Jones. He's got the first and more inside the 25. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They're now set for first and 10. From the red zone now. That's complete to Jackson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's Winston to the air. On the move, headed right. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Buccaneers get it down to a single point. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers tie this game 7-7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Jackson looking to throw right away. Complete out to the right side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 1. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
He gets this one to McLaurin. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This set it down starts with an option right. And he doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Working quickly here.
A loss of 16 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
That's the end of 1. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's 3rd and very long.
Cowboy 80. Hurt. Set go.
From the gun, Jackson. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's 4th down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Top 7. Cougar 19. 18.
Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They motion a receiver left. Back now, pressure on its way. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinal.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Jackson on third down. He puts some air under this one, deep right. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Winston looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he stopped cold at the spots. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Counter play, Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Jones once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun on 3rd down. This is reeled in by Jackson. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Finds his man. It's Godwin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. They send a tight end in motion. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Cleveland. The Buccaneers working here. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Throwing is Winston. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Straight ahead they go with Jones. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So now here's 3rd and 5. Winston now. Oh, he nearly reeled that in as close gets, but just an exciting incompletion. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. Pretty easy kick here, Brock, just 22 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Look at all this stuff. The Buccaneers get there and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Sack. 72.
Running right, here's Pollard. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That one complete to Njoku. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, they go with Pollard. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They go play fake with Jackson. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
That's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. They bring Jackson in motion. Here's Winston. He's got Godwin working that sideline. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. They're going play action. On target to Jackson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Let's go.
Throwing now off play action. That one's complete right side. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go now.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Motioning the tight end left. To throw, here's Winston. He's on the move. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Throwing once again on 2nd and 10. Able to find Jones. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Here's Winston to the air. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers grab the lead on their first series of the half. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers break that tie and now lead by 7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. That's a Cleveland touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns make it 17-all. Have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Winston. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. This game remains tied after 3, so we'll decide things right here in the 4th quarter. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. First and goal, they throw right away for the end zone, Brock, and it ends up being the final play of the drive, not because of a touchdown, but because of an interception.
Gosh, and those ones, Kate, just sting. I love throwing and being aggressive on early downs, but it hurts because you know you had 2 more plays in your back pocket to go ahead and punch it in if that throw failed. Missed opportunity to put 6 on the board, and just a huge giveaway by the offense.
Yeah, no doubt. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has it down close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Coleman with the grab.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Big play here, tie game, and here comes 4th and goal.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. Throw caught by his running back. And he's brought down after a short gain. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost him the possession.
He'll throw it from his own end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it'll be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Short pass caught by his tight end. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they pick him off again. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Now Bullock for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick 6. Buying some time right. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Brought in left side by Godwin. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it sets up 2nd down.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Here's Jones. He's out in the clear. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down from the red zone. He rolls to his right. The throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Winston now. He's got it. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through and up for a 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll run here with Jones. And he's brought down for a loss. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Buccaneers down by 7. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Jones. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Buccaneers cut it to a point late in this one. On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
70 range, 70 range. Hut, hut.
Setting up to pass. Hits his running back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He'll look to throw it. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now to throw. This is hauled in by McLaurin. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Here he is to throw. Getting out to his left. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway. Ugh.
Back to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. Now Bullock for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Winston to throw it. Trying to push it deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To throw, here's Winston. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing now. Chased out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he can't get the first, but he does get out of bounds. Now they're up against it, 4th down.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the 2, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. And the Browns make the play that should win them this game. The fourth down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks off the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
On first down, they'll run. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready? Street. Buffalo 18. Go.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Nobody in the neighborhood of that incompletion, and the flag comes out for intentional grounding. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
So following the safety, Brock, they're on now to begrudgingly send it away with a free kick. Brings it in at the 12. And he'll get it up to the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Come 19.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So to a chorus of Bucs from the dog pound, the Browns.